Have you ever felt like you had it all together on the outside, but on the inside, you are dealing with something messy, something you just couldn't fix on your own? Welcome back to our journey through the Bible. Today, we're diving into an ancient story that feels surprisingly modern. A story about a powerful man, a simple servant girl, and a lesson in humility that changes everything. Let's meet Naaman. This guy was a big deal. He was the commander of the army of the king of Aram, a respected and victorious military leader. Think of him as a celebrity general, decorated, powerful, and admired by everyone. But Naaman had a secret, a problem that all his power, wealth, and status couldn't solve. He had leprosy. In those days, this was a devastating diagnosis, often leading to isolation and a slow, painful decline. His armor could hide it for a while, but it couldn't heal it. Now enter an unlikely hero, a young Israelite girl. She had been captured during a raid and was now a servant to Naaman's wife. Instead of being bitter, this girl showed incredible compassion. She saw her master's suffering and said to his wife, "If only my master would see the prophet who is in Samaria, he would cure him of his leprosy." A captive servant girl in a foreign land holds the key to her captor's healing. She could have stayed silent, but she chose kindness. Her faith was so strong that she spoke up with confidence. Naaman, desperate for a cure, took her words seriously. He went to his king, who then wrote a letter to the king of Israel, basically saying, "Hey, my top general is coming. Heal him." The king of Israel panicked. He thought it was a trick to start a war. He cried out, "Am I God? Can I kill and bring back to life? Why does this fellow send someone to me to be cured of his leprosy?" But then the prophet Elisha heard about the commotion. He sent a message to the king. "Why have you torn your robes? Have the man come to me, and he will know that there is a prophet in Israel." So Naaman, with all his horses, chariots, and entourage, rolled up to Elisha's humble home, expecting a grand reception. But Elisha didn't even come out to greet him. Instead, he sent a messenger with a simple, almost insulting instruction. "Go, wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan River, and your flesh will be restored, and you will be cleansed." Naaman was furious. He had traveled all this way, and this was the reception he got. He expected the prophet to come out, wave his hand, call on the name of his God, and perform some magnificent ritual. He fumed. Are not Abana and Pharpar, the rivers of Damascus, better than all the waters of Israel? Couldn't I wash in them and be cleansed? He was ready to storm off in a rage. He had his own ideas about how his healing should happen, and this wasn't it. This is where Naaman's servants step in and show incredible wisdom. They gently approached him and said, "My father, if the prophet had told you to do some great thing, would you not have done it? How much more, then, when he tells you, 'Wash and be cleansed'?" Their words hit home. Naaman realized his pride was getting in the way. He had come seeking a miracle, but was unwilling to follow the simple instructions given to him. So he swallowed his pride, went down to the Jordan River, and dipped himself in the water not once, not twice, but 7 times, just as Elisha had said. And it happened. His flesh was restored and became clean like that of a young boy. He was completely healed. His physical leprosy was gone, but something even more profound happened. His spiritual pride was washed away too. He returned to Elisha, a changed man. He declared, "Now I know that there is no God in all the world except in Israel." He offered Elisha gifts, but the prophet refused, showing that God's grace can't be bought. Naaman's healing wasn't a transaction. It was a gift received through humility and obedience. This story is so powerful because it reminds us that sometimes the biggest obstacle to our own breakthrough is our own pride. We want a spectacular solution, a complicated plan, but often the answer lies in simple, humble obedience. It also shows us that help can come from the most unexpected places, like a young servant girl. Her small act of faith and kindness set in motion a miracle. What's the Jordan River in your life? What simple step of faith are you being asked to take? Even if it feels a little humbling or doesn't make sense. Maybe it's forgiving someone, asking for help, or trusting in a way that feels vulnerable. Naaman's story encourages us to let go of our expectations and simply obey. That's often where true healing and transformation are found. Thanks so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that explores faith and life. See you in the next video.